Hey everyone, thank you for joining me. So I got another unboxing for you guys. Now this is the Kansept Knives Korvid XL, and I just bought the Korvid Mini a couple weeks ago, and as you can see, a very tiny knife, but it's surprisingly well built. It's got 154 steel, purple G10 scales, and just honestly it's really good for how tiny this thing is. Definitely a coin pocket knife, but really well made. And I had to get the XL because, well, you can't have the Mini and not have the XL. So that's basically what happened. And I figured what better knife to unbox this knife with than the Mini. So let's just get right into it. And I do have plans with the Mini, and depending on how this XL looks, definitely be customizing it. I know I'll be doing scales on both of these knives, but the Mini is lacking a pocket clip, which is something I would like. And I could put a lanyard, but I'm just not a fan of lanyards. But I will be customizing the scales and adding a pocket clip. However, the XL, which I'm anxious to get in hand, since it's ridiculously big, at least from what I could tell online in the videos. And I do have the Sheepdog XL right here on the side, which we will compare to once I have this knife out of the box. But here is the box, and just awesome packaging by Kansept. Very velvety. Reminds me of the Kaiser, which they are, I think, a brother, not a brother, but people who left Kaiser to start their own company, knife company, is Kansept. So really nice material here. There is the info on the box, but just excellent packaging. So we're gonna slide it on out of here, and more than likely probably no sticker, but you know, here's hoping. So you have the packaging, or the little pamphlet here with the nice little Kansept wiping chamois here. And then we have, similar to Kaiser, a little pamphlet there. How to take care of your knife, I'm sure. Set this off to the side. So no sticker in there, which is just too bad. I'm gonna keep bringing up stickers until every company, knife company, puts stickers in their boxes. So I know you guys are more than tired of hearing me say that, but I'm gonna keep saying it until I get it. So we're just gonna put the box back on top. You get a little silica bag, which is nice to keep moisture from getting to the knife. But excellent packaging. Get a really nice, very tough little bag here, or a pouch with the Kansept written on it. Very nice. And I can already tell by the weight, it's a pretty heavy knife. There's no surprise there. So here it is. Yeah, it's ridiculously big, but that's one of the reasons why I was drawn towards this knife. And again, I just had to have it in my collection. I am a fan of Koch Tools designs, so this was definitely budget friendly. I think for this knife it was $70. I'll leave a link down below where you guys can pick one of these up from White Mountain Knives. I really like White Mountain Knives. They have awesome selection. But here is the knife. As you can see, it's big. Compared to my hand, that is massive. Blade's very oily, but that's not an issue. I don't mind the company putting on some oil to protect the blade. Perfectly centered. So that's very nice. A pocket clip, which is very nice as well. Very deep carry. It is not recessed, and the screws aren't recessed, but it's never really been an issue for me, so I don't mind that at all. So you have the flipper tab, you have the fuller, and then you actually, on the XL, you do have thumb studs. So really quick, before I deploy it, I wanted to show you guys the Mini compared to it, so you guys can see there's no thumb studs on this, and obviously no pocket clip on the Mini, but you do get that flipper tab. It's not a front flipper, which is not a big deal since it does have the thumb studs, but basically a twin of the Mini, as you can see there. And then you have these two grooves on the scales to add for grip, I'm assuming, just to make it look A little bit better than plain Jane, just a blank canvas. But let's get into the action. I'm going to give this flipper tab a flip here, and we're going to see what it does. Yeah, it comes out no problem. It is riding on bearings. Yeah, it is riding on bearings. Let's see the drop shot action here. Oh yeah, very smooth. I mean, that blade is so heavy, it has no choice but to drop shut. So the detent is set. Okay, so you can fell it, which makes sense. I mean, that's a big blade. But if I want it to come out, I just give it a good flick from the flipper tab and it flies right out. Now let's try the thumb studs. Okay, so you can spotty flick it. That's a big surprise to me. But yeah, thumb studs work. Fuller. Maybe once I wipe all this oil down, I'll be able to get it. But the thumb studs work. And it looks kind of funny with the itty bitty thumb studs, but it does work. I'm surprised they didn't put bigger thumb studs, but who knows the reasoning behind that. But I visually love this knife. I mean, it just looks, it's really, really cool. Ergos, let's see here. So without the front finger choil, okay, really, really good. Very wide knife, so it does fill the hand and the palm very well. And it's surprisingly comfortable. I can feel the pocket clip. So just the tip of that in the middle of my palm. But it's not annoying. I can feel it, but it's not really bothering me too much. I definitely have to cut some stuff just to see how it feels in hand or while I'm using it. And then with the front finger choil, yeah, you can really get close to that blade and really get some of those stronger cuts. So ergos are pretty darn good. The pocket clip's a little iffy since it is kind of bugging me there in the center. But you do have that beautifully stone-washed and etched 154 cm steel blade. I mean, that's a lot of blade for $70, which again is, even the price surprised me on this knife. I was expecting to be well over 100, I'd say $10, $20 around there somewhere, but 70 bucks I think is worth it. You can definitely, whoops, that was my fault, but you can definitely use this in the kitchen. I might have to do a video for you guys of me using this in the kitchen because it's definitely made for it. So I'll definitely prep some vegetables for you guys or something, but just a gorgeous, gorgeous knife in my opinion. Beautiful jimping. It's not aggressive, and it just feels good in hand. Feels good on the thumb. Get a lot of down pressure. You do have that little cutout for your thumb, so you can rest your thumb on there, which is nice. Very comfortable when you choke up on it, which is really interesting for how big this thing is. So let's do a little size comparison. I mean, I have the mini, so there's the mini. You can literally fit on the blade. But now the collection is complete, which is nice. Again, I will be customizing the scales and definitely be making a new pocket clip. It's going to be carbon fiber, which will be nice. But let's compare it to the closest knife I have to me that I'm sure a lot of people have is the QSP Penguin. So there is that size comparison. So yeah, an inch and a half maybe bigger than the QSP Penguin. And then one size comparison I wanted to check was the Kaiser Sheepdog XL. And okay, so the Sheepdog XL is, I'd say maybe half an inch bigger from just the knife tip. But there it is. I mean, two big knives. I mean, I love the Kaiser XL. I'm going to be doing something pretty interesting with this one, so keep your eyes peeled for that video. So this thing is, I'm liking it so far. Obviously, I'm going to have to do some test runs with it, put it in the pocket, see how it is for a couple weeks. And like I said, I'm going to have to prep some vegetables for you guys to see how this thing cuts. But so far, I like it. It's, like I said in the beginning of the video, it's large, it's a serious knife, but that's what drew me to it, to be honest, is that it's just so big and it's interesting, just really beautifully designed too, I think. Let me know down below if you guys think this is visually visually appealing. At least it is for me. I think it looks great. That stone wash is just so nice. I'm gonna have to wipe off some of this oil, because that's a lot of oil. So let's get that off the blade. So I wanted to give you guys a close look at the stone wash. Hopefully one day I can figure out how to stone wash like that, or etch and then stone wash a blade like this, because I think this is the look I've always been trying to achieve, but I know there's a little bit more science behind it. So when I go down that road, I will definitely show you guys how to do it yourselves. Unless you guys know how, let me know down below if you guys know how to achieve this look. But okay, there's most of the oil. Get most of that stuff off. And now what I want to do is a cut test. Let's see how sharp this thing comes from the factory. Whoops. I mean, it cut with a very small piece. But yeah, that is razor sharp. Even the mini came really sharp. So even to the tip, very, very, very sharp. So can't wait to cut some stuff, some other vegetables for you guys down in the kitchen. We'll see how this thing performs, but so far I love it. I think it's great, and I'm glad I got one. Hopefully there's some still available, and like I said, I'll leave a link down below where you guys can pick one of these up. But there is the unboxing of the Kansept Korvid XL. Beautiful, beautiful knife. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you for the support, and I will see you guys on the next one.